Before. Okay, hello, I'm Tara Brabazon.
And this is Judy O'Connell.
And we are in our fourth instalment of Judy and Tara Talk Tech. And this is a topic today that is very, very close to our hearts. It really disturbs me a great deal. It's about creating rich learning management systems. Now, Jude, learning management systems, they're like Blackboard, WebCT and Moodle. Now, Moodle I think is terrific, but I've been using Blackboard and WebCT since 1997, and the amazing thing is, Jude, how little they've changed since 1997. That's the amazing bit of this story. And I think what's actually occurred, Jude, is there's been a confusion between standards and standardisation. So what I'm suggesting is that the learning management system has standardised learning, so you fit little bits of information into different systems and structures, so everybody's learning management system, whatever the course, whatever the discipline, looks very similar. Now that's not standards, that's not quality, that's standardisation. So that's really upset me. So what I thought we'd talk about today, Jude, is how even within these very rigid learning management systems, how we create that light, that energy, that imagination, that creativity, how we put quality into these standardised templates. So what do you suggest, Jude?
Well, the bottom line has to be conversation. Yeah. Conversation is not asynchronous forums. That's artificial ways of checking back on information. It doesn't build robust thinking, it doesn't help individuals at point of need, and it misses what we had in face-to-face environments of a good, juicy, meaty tutorial. What do we do with our online systems to make them really engaging, reflective activities and points of need conversation in order to strengthen the robust academic value of what we're doing?
Absolutely. Should we talk about embeds? Because one way to do it is to embed sound or embed vision. Now, Moodle is best for this. The embedding is incredibly easy. So you get a YouTube clip, you can embed it into Moodle, and it looks really beautiful. It's nested very effectively into it. I would argue probably Blackboard, you can do it. It's less organic in the platform, but you can still do it. But I think those plugins are a nice way to add richness to these learning management systems. Have you used that in the past?
Absolutely, and also other social media tools that you can plug in. So your social bookmarking sites. I like in digital citizenship to plug in my Paperly feed so that people can see different ways of using social media immediately, but also have information coming back to them as part of their thinking processes in the course. So yeah, we have to maximise all the potential plugins that are available, the social media type ones, because that's what online conversation is about. It's about having a Google Hangout, but it's also about participating in sharing your bookmarks, Digo group sharing, Facebook sharing, whatever it might be that you structure. Teach the students, engage the students in the very practices that they have to engage in the classroom back in school.
See, I think that's really clever, and you have a very big interest in that relationship between asynchronous platforms and synchronous platforms. And I think a lot of what was distance education, paper-based, was asynchronous and did that incredibly well. And generations, thousands of people gained an education that couldn't have without it. But what's your perspective on using synchronous platforms now? So a Google Plus Hangout, for example, with a Twitter feed alongside. What do you think of the values of that synchronous
fantastic value. The people that are engaged in those in professional development activities, for example. I'm part of some groups that do this on a regular basis, every Monday night, for example. That real personalisation and getting to know the people, because you're seeing faces, because you're having a real point of need conversation, and you can throw really interesting questions out there. They might be simple questions to you, but when you're the learner, you want an answer and you need help to take your learning up and up and up a notch. How do you create a distinction student? They're not born distinction students, we make them.
That is fantastic. So there's all sorts of strategies through sound, through vision, and through a whole series of plugins, I think, where we can render these environments rich. And I think we need to, because that's that individualised, customised learning, and that's really what we want to do.
Absolutely right.
Thank you. See you in our next session.
Thank you all.